this F350 is going to be the death of me. I'm almost starting to regret buying this thing. What's up, YouTube family? Gerald Greenlee here with Clean & Green Lawn Service in beautiful South Georgia. Hope y'all having a good day. I got my fuel pump put on last night. There we go, cranks like it's supposed to. So far, so good. But it was aggravating. When I closed out the last video, I think the last video you'll get, I went up to the house and I was like, because it was about 7 o'clock at night, and my wife had just got home. I said, well, she's gonna want to go out and eat, right? So, well, she was tired, and I wasn't really that hungry because I'd ate at like 3 o'clock. So, about 9 o'clock, I came back down here last night, got the old pump out, and got the new one in. Darla wants to say hey to everybody, my little shop puppy. So, good to go, right? Everything doing good. Run it down the road last night. Everything working good. No problem with that. So far, we'll see. Now, I hadn't really heated it up and then let it set for about 30 minutes and tried to crank it. So we'll see how that goes. But that should fix the issue. So as y'all know, I didn't have a spare with this truck. So I ordered right there where Darla's at's a rim. And there's the tire. And I said, well, let me go down to the shop today before I put the tire on the rim. No, I want to make sure the rim fits the truck, and that's where the problem started. I could not get that tire right there loose. All the lug nuts loose, it wouldn't loosen. So I got on YouTube, found out there were several different videos about it. I looked at one of them. One of them was to put that board under the tire right here, right under the edge. And then let it down on it. And then you could take and push this and kind of rock it. Right? And that would supposedly break it loose. That didn't work. I have kicked, sprayed, done everything I knew to do. Well, I'm one of them kind, I'm gonna figure out a way. So there's my little hydraulic jack with a board against the tire. And it finally just popped and came loose. Now the bottom, I don't know if it's loose or not, because it's not pushed out to the lug nuts like this one is. But yeah, man, it's just like everything on here is complicated, dude. Everything. So bigger truck, bigger problems, I guess. Heck, I don't know. I do know this, that everything I've tried to do so far has been aggravating. And still, that still ain't broke. It's broke loose at the top. And I know I could probably put a strap on it and hook it to something, but I really want to work in here in the shop. So, but see, it's still not loose. It's not loose down here. So now that I got the top loose though, I'm gonna try to get behind it and maybe give it a kick. If that don't work, I'll put it in neutral, spin it around and put this part at the top and jack it again, I guess. So let's see what happens. Hallelujah. All right. While I got y'all on, we'll see if my new rim gonna fit. And again, this ain't a high dollar rim. I mean, I think it costs $150 or something like that. But it's just simply for a spare. But I want to make sure the hole pattern's gonna be right. There we go. Beautiful. I mean, when I ordered it, it was supposed to be an exact fit for this truck. So I just want to make sure the hole pattern was right and that, you know, somehow we didn't touch something. And looks like we're good. Is something rubbing? I think it's just the brakes. So, but yeah, man. And it's not rusted or anything there, it's just seized up. So anyway, looks like it fits good. So I'm gonna pop that rim off and I'm gonna see how hard this big old tire is gonna be to get on there. Just gonna see what this tire looks like compared to my factory one. About the same height, a little shorter, looks like, maybe. Just a hair, but it's not aired up either. It's not as wide for sure. But again, this is just a spare. So, you know, I hate having to do stuff like that because you end up putting pressure on things that, you know, but it is what it is, man. It had to come off, so I had to do what I got to do, you know. Anyway, I bet the next problem is going to be getting that big old tire on that rim. Oh, that thing is stiff, boy. All right, let me get this tire put back on. You know, the problem is if I have I think I'm going to take this thing one day and just get them to rotate the tires on it. And the reason I say that is at the shop, I guarantee you they got something to get them things right off. I mean, they deal with this. But if I can get them rotated, I get all of them unstuck. Because the problem I got right now, man, if I have flat on side of the road, I do normally have that little jack with me, but that would just be a mess, man. A mess. So, anyway, let me get this thing back on. Well, I didn't have a valve stem. Actually, I got some valve stems around the house somewhere. But anyway, I need to ride up here and fill the truck up. And we'll see what this bad boy holds. I figure it's probably down, based on the mileage, it's down to about 4 gallons. But we'll see. We'll see what the verdict is at the pump. I'm thinking somewhere around 30 gallons of fuel. So yeah, that's going to hit the wallet just a little bit, and that's going to probably be a couple of times a week when we really get going. So anyway, it is what it is. I'm gonna run down here and pick up valve stem, and I need to pick up a couple more, like a new bottle of WD-40. One thing I did on this wheel, I put it back on, put 2 lugs on it, tightened them down, loosened them back up, and it was still hard to get loose. It just fits so tight up on that hub. So I took and sprayed some lithium grease in there and then put it on, and I'm hoping that'll just kind of help it keep from you know, seizing over time. So I don't know, we'll see. See what it's gonna do. So anyway, I'll fill up fuel here, gas, and I'll show you what we end up at. All right, there we go, 91, 20, 27 gallons. That tells me that there's still fuel in this tank after you run it down past the I had about 4 gallons of fuel left in here, according to this, based on my mileage. That's crazy though, 34 gallons of fuel, and I can go 305 miles to empty. So pulling the trailer, I'm getting about 8.99 miles to a gallon. And again, that's this will be the only trip running up here and back, which will be a round trip of about 24 miles that I haven't had the trailer on it for the last 225 miles. So just kind of seeing what it gets. It's been staying right around about 8.7 to 9, somewhere in there. So that's about what we're looking at. A couple of fill-ups a week at you know, we don't never run down past about a quarter of a tank, so you're looking at probably putting $70 to fill up. So anyway, me about to stop by Advanced Auto and pick up a couple of things. All right, I made it back. Stopped up by the church. One of the deacons was out there, and talked to him. Had to show him a couple of things he had questions about, like where the water lines and stuff run, some of the stuff we added since we've been there. Anyway, no big deal. Got me some more valve stems. I think I got some of them. I know I got several wrenches, or the cores anyway. So, and I picked me up. I like these slime products. I started using their stuff in my tires, so I just got to wear that green stuff, so I started buying their stuff, and it's big at Advanced Auto. So anyway, got that, and of course I got me a industrial thing of PB Blaster, so always good to have around the shop. Anyway, get out and put this valve stem on, see if I can get this tire mounted. Woo! This bottom about to pop. Boom! On all the way around. Got a little leak right there. Probably had some dirt in it. Once we get this bad boy at about 50 pounds, that ought to quit. I gotta go get my tire gauge. I think it's in that toolbox. Got it on there, man. All right, we got the spare up in there, and it's been sitting here a few minutes. I've already did this one time. I cranked it. I stopped and talked to my neighbor, you know, and of course where we live, anybody you know, or anybody within a 10-mile radius is your neighbor. Stopped up there at church and talked to him earlier, as I said, and it's sitting there probably about 30 minutes, and it cranked. It's probably been sitting here, yeah, maybe about 30 minutes, somewhere in that neighborhood. So let's see how she does. There you go, crank right up. So hopefully that little problem we had, hopefully, is over. So I am I think I'm gonna go ahead and move this over by the trailer. All right, I got the tire in, and I already showed y'all that, but I just ran up. I had a lady about a month ago send me a text about some landscape, and we had done it for her last year, about 10 yards of mulch, trimming some hedges, cleaning up some beds. And I said, yeah, we're about 2 weeks out. And earlier this week I thought about it. I sent her a message. I said, I apologize. I said, I totally forgot. I said, but if you still need me to do it, I'll come take a look at it. So I just rode up there and looked at it. Pretty good sized little job. Last year it was so bad, we took the tractor up there and cleaned the beds with a tractor. I mean, it was terrible. So this year, less work, but anyway, good little project. So went ahead and got that. We're gonna try to take care of her next week if at all possible. I told her if not, we'd definitely get it first of the week after. It's really gonna depend on whether I go fishing or not next weekend. I'm debating on what to do. There's a pretty good chance I won't go, honestly. And the reason, it's a 2-day tournament and I'll only fish 1 day. And I still hadn't taken my boat back to the shop. I ain't prepared. Head's not in the game on the fishing this year, apparently. So definitely gonna do the May tournament though, Lord willing. My buddy from North Carolina is supposed to come meet me there. So as long as that works out for both of us, a lot can change between now and then, but if he's able to come, I will go finish that one, just, you know, because he and I like to hang out, and you know, gives us an opportunity to do that. In fact, last year, the only time we seen each other was at a tournament. So, and that happened to be a 2-day, which was really good. Now, if that 2-day was, you know, in May, I would probably take the day off and, you know, just to hang out with him for the weekend. But anyway, gave her the price on it. She said, yeah, good to go, no problem with that. So, you know, we got it. So main reason I went to measure it's last year when I did it, we used about 3 more yards of mulch than what I charged her for, and I was like, ooh, you know. So I want to make sure she was going to be good with the price, and I told her that you know, and I said I didn't charge you nothing for it last year because I'd already quoted it. But so anyway, nice lady. So I'm gonna get back to the house, and it's about 2 o'clock now. I think I'm done around the shop for today. I got accomplished really more than I thought I would this weekend because I worked late last night. But get back to the house, relax a little bit, look over some notes. I'm preaching tomorrow, so excited about that. One of the things that's really been a huge change for me is not preaching every Sunday. Man, when you love to do that, man, it's tough. So, but anyway, I think we're changing some stuff up in the ministry, and I'm gonna have more availability to be able to preach as we continue to make some changes. So, you know, at our church, or even you know, to help some other folks out here and there. Not a lot, but the opportunity to go some other places and fill in or whatever. So anyway, I'm going to shut out the video here. It's long enough. Appreciate y'all watching today. Hope that you enjoyed the video, and my prayer for you is always the same, that the Lord might richly bless you and that you might see all of your blessings as from Him. Hope you have a great day.